Hello everyone, and welcome again to the Everything Ken-Dall show. I'm happy to be here with you again. Today we're going to talk about appreciation. I think appreciation has been a good word for us all. My thing is with words, obviously it's like you box things in when you use words, but some words I just really love and I guess that's a big contradiction, and but I have to get this off my chest because I really think it's something that myself and I want all of us honestly to kind of always take a look at this word and have a good understanding of it. Appreciation is having a understanding of what something or someone has did, and and you enjoyed it, right? It's something that that you got a chance, an opportunity to experience a feeling, a moment, and it was something that you could learn from, you could gain understanding from it. I mean, you don't necessarily have to enjoy it, but I still think we should get some form of understanding from it, whether it's good or bad. And that's like the most important part of it, and I think that's why I love it so much, because it's you as a person, or me as a person, getting a chance to have an experience and say, wow, you know what, I appreciate that, whether it was good or bad, right? Because you have a chance to get an understanding of it, right? So, and I'm going to go into why I enjoy the word, but I really want to put emphasis on the fact that understanding is the key of appreciating something, right? So I mean maybe understanding should be the topic, but I think the word appreciation, we're going to focus on that because it's something that us as people, we can use this word or share this word often on a day-to-day, I would say every day, from the time you wake up in the morning, right? You could be appreciative of being able to wake up in the morning. I mean, that's a gift to me, right? I mean, even if you may have a bad night's sleep, but you still woke up, right? So that's like an ultimate gift, and I don't want us to brush that aside, right? Because that's just an amazing thing, just to be able to wake up in the morning. I mean, I understand some of us live in dire circumstances, and hopefully if you live in those circumstances, you're able to see some of these videos, and it changes you, and it gives you the ability to kind of get a form of what you can do and what you need to do to uplift yourself or motivate yourself to get out of your rut or get out of the situation that's hindering you. But in this case, today, like I said, we're going to focus on the word appreciation, because I don't want us to feel like we shouldn't have pride in the things that we do, and I don't want us to feel like we should not have some form. And when I say this, I say this very lightly, because this can be taken out of context, but I think all of us that work hard deserve some form of expectation, right? So what I mean by that is, if you are fortunate enough to get up and go to work, or you're fortunate enough to provide for something or someone to make it better, then yes, you should have an expectation of a result. Now, hopefully you have a goal to get to that result, and that's what's going to matter the most. But at the same time, though, the reason why I say I want to use that word expectation lightly is because some of us at times may feel like I just deserve to have something, right? It's like, hey, I'm expected this because I did this, right? So 1 + 1 automatically equals 2. But unfortunately, life isn't like math, right? As we all may come to realize, if we haven't realized that already, right? So we have to, then say, oh, well, because it did not, we did not get the result that we were looking for, then how should we act, or how should we behave, right? Or how should we respond? And I think, that appreciation word, I think should be, the equal sign in the result of anything that we do, right? So let's say, for instance, if I was asked by my wife to clean up, right? Obviously, I don't think really no one likes cleaning up, but if I was asked by my wife to clean up, and her asking me, right, is one thing, and then me giving her an answer, which is more than likely like, oh, well, I don't feel like it now, but I will later, or yes, right? So the fact that either I gave her an answer as a no or a yes, the equal sign should be the appreciation, I believe, because it gives us the value to understand, why she asked that question, right? So I have to look inside myself and then say, okay, well, why, did she ask me that, right? So I should be appreciative of the fact that, she even wants the house clean, right? Even though she could have done it herself, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe she couldn't have. Maybe she just had to go to work, or maybe, her hands were tied at the moment, with the kids. But I don't know. But what I do know is that because of the fact that she has the thought process of having the home clean, gives me the ability to say, oh, well, listen, you know what? I should be appreciative of that, of her having that mindset, instead of just, having that, oh, well, why don't you do it mentality, right? And it goes, and that's just an example, and obviously it can go any other way, right? It could completely go, at a job scenario, right? Let's say, for instance, if your manager gives someone the day off, right, and you are expecting to have that same day off, right? You guys both put in for it at the same time, right? And you may say, hey, you know what, even though you declined me to have this day off, I'm not going to be upset, right? Because I'm just appreciative of the fact that I have a job, right? So it's I guess you can say you're being optimistic in a sense, but then again, it's still not exactly being optimistic, because I feel like being optimistic is, I get caught optimistic and I don't like it, because I feel like, being optimistic is completely ignoring the negative side of things, right? But I don't feel that way. I just feel like I have a higher expectation of seeing a good result than seeing a bad result, right? So I mean, maybe that's the term. Maybe I need to do some research on that and look that up. But I mean, I feel like I know that there's a chance that something wrong can happen, but I don't believe that something wrong will happen, because I highly believe and I have faith that it's gonna be in the best interest of the people that I have faith in, right? And that I guess that's one of those words, like I was speaking about before when we first started, as far as putting people in a box. But appreciation is not one of those words, I feel like, because I think that, and I really believe that we can be an appreciative group of people and still continue to be ourselves. And one thing that I really want to be known, for everyone that gets a chance to hear my voice, is that I want us all to find a way to continue to be ourselves, but at the same time, there's a line that's right and there's a line that's wrong, right? So I'm always going to try to be on the right side of the line, right? So if I'm on the wrong side of the line, I don't mind being corrected, and I would love for someone to say, hey, listen, you know what, you on the wrong side, you need to get on the right side, right? And I'm going to be extremely appreciative, especially when it comes to me not knowing that I was on the wrong side of the line. Now, At the same time, granted though, right, that's not always an easy task to have someone call you out and say, hey, you were wrong about something, right? So I think that's another, you know, another way for us to look at the word appreciation and say, hey, listen, you know what, even though I was wrong, I should still appreciate the fact that someone took the time out to give me the understanding to how to do the right thing. Now, I do understand also that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that's quick and fast to say, hey, listen, you know what, you're just doing it wrong, but they don't have a solution to how to do it right. So that's even more of a challenge when you don't have the capability to say, well, listen, you know what, don't tell me that I'm doing it wrong in a sensible manner. Like you can't just tell me I'm doing it wrong. You have to actually provide, you know, what they call constructive criticism, and I think that's really important as well. And that's another, you know, thing we should be appreciative about. And the more I get a chance to, you know, grow as a man and a husband and a father, you know, as a human, you know, I think what's most important, you know, is that, you know, I continue to appreciate things. So please, if you get a chance, you know, find a way to always find a way to be appreciative to the things that's, you know, in your life, you know, whether they're good or bad. From the time you wake up, from the time you go to sleep at night, you have to. I think we all have to, because I think, you know, once we appreciate things, it gives us the ability to become better as people, and, you know, better at the task that you're trying to get to, right? And then also it gives you that understanding, because the understanding is what you really need to get better, right? No matter what the case may be. So I think that's really important. So please continue to find appreciation if you don't, and if you do, you know, hey, you know what, thank you for being an appreciative person. I think that really matters, you know, for the world, honestly, you know, because I mean, it's almost like love, right? So please continue to watch the videos. Don't forget to subscribe. It's really important, and leave a comment. You know, I think it's real. I need to start seeing some comments, only because I want to hear some feedback from you guys, because it'll give me the opportunity to, you know, try to become more creative with the videos, and you know, talk about something that you may want to hear about. I mean, I think that's important as well. So hey, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I love you. Stay blessed.